Let's talk a little bit about what we're going to be talking about today.
It's a very important broadcast today. You know, the Pleiadians are asking me and Elisa to talk a little bit more about the self-healing prophecy and the aims and objectives of that prophecy in real terms in our life right now, so that you can better understand and move with the energies that you are initiating into.
I know each time I hear it, it helps to anchor it a little more, and with that understanding, utilize that energy in my day-to-day life.
So we're going to be reviewing those objectives, and of course, as we do review them, just be aware the energies start to build and some of the energies of the self-healing prophecy come in. So I'm going to get you to breathe while we do that, but that's one of the pieces that we're going to be doing today.
We're also going to be discussing new energies coming onto the planet in the new year, and the Pleiadians have a message for us.
That is exciting to me. Do you realize we have 11 days left in this year? And that's an amazing thing, how the year has gone. But yes, the Pleiadians have a message for the new year. They want to talk about the new energies that are anchoring on the planet for 2010, how we can best utilize those energies, and are bringing in a lot of energy to support us in receiving these energies in 2010. And so we're going to be working with, in the transmissions today, in working with the cells of the body. The cells are going to be birthing into a new multidimensional energy in order for us to better utilize these new energies that are coming onto the planet in 2010.
So we have two energetic transmissions working with the cells to assist us in being able to take in or work with this new energy that's coming onto the planet.
It's important for us to start moving consciously, and this is part of the self-healing prophecy, consciously into the multidimensional aspects of our natural spiritual selves. That is part of our self-realization process. And as our cells begin to birth multidimensionally, then we're able to move into the multidimensional energies and realign and reclaim these multidimensional aspects of ourselves, reclaiming aspects of our personal power and being able to anchor them into the cells of our body so that we can utilize them now in our lives with what we are doing here on this planet now. So it is part of the self-realization process and part of the self-healing prophecy energy that is here for us now.
And we'll be activating that today ourselves.
We will be. It's going to be exciting. It's going to be powerful. So why don't we move into those objectives now? Mm-hmm. And I want to talk about the first one, which is the first objective of the self-healing prophecy, and is oneness. The energies of the self-healing prophecy have allowed us to move into another state of flow of oneness. And this is important for you to understand. And this means oneness with all life force throughout the universe. It's like you coming home. You consciously, and the word is conscious underlined, consciously on a daily basis, sending your consciousness out and knowing you are not alone, and breathing and taking that in as a fact, as a truth, as you live your day-to-day lives.
And we worked with that in a previous broadcast when we worked with the consciousness of the bone.
Exactly. We went with our consciousness into the bone, knowing there is a divine spark of consciousness in each one of our bones. So as a human race, as we align with that consciousness, we have that natural alignment and flow and energetic connection with all human beings on this earth plane. And it's about allowing yourself to say yes to the breath of yourself and extending it out to every human being. So you take a breath, but as you breathe for all human beings on this planet.
Good. So it's like, so that's understood now, that conscious state of oneness. What's another objective?
Another objective, an aim of the self-healing prophecy is the awakening of the sacred heart. And we have done work here on that sacred heart. We all have, those of you who have watched the broadcasts. And this sacred heart opening, remember, aligns us to the light aspect of ourselves. And so that we begin to align with the intuition of the light of the self. We align with the energetic blueprint and our mission here for this lifetime. So as we hold our sacred hearts and breathe into the cells of the heart and allow ourselves to align with that, we connect not only to the light of ourselves, but we connect also to the spiritual realms, and we are able to connect and bring a love and consciousness to all mankind through, regardless of color, of race, that we are one. We are one. And that love from the sacred heart allows us to send that energy outwards.
Yes, and we've worked that, as you said, that sacred heart, holding our sacred heart, activating new levels. Last broadcast, working with our humanness, that self-forgiveness, and opening up to that love and compassion for ourselves and that letting go energy.
It's so important to understand that this work we do with ourselves then can automatically ripple out to our connection to all human beings. Holding ourselves with that love and compassion. Remembering we're not perfect, we're perfectly imperfect as human beings. And just allowing ourselves to embrace ourselves with that joy and self-forgiveness. So that is the second aim of the self-healing prophecy. And the third one is utilizing our connection to the spiritual realms now. The self-healing prophecy is anchoring a new level, an expanded level, an accelerated level of connection to the spiritual realms. And they have come here to support us in our day-to-day lives. So what they're saying to us is, please call us forward and ask for the help. They cannot come to us unless we call them. And they want to help us in the smallest details of our day-to-day living, to our missions, our goals, for our abundance, for our manifestation. They are here to support us in our journeys, in our endeavors of whatever you're doing out there in the world. But they have to be called in, and it needs to be specific in what we ask for. We have a divine right for this support, for this connection, for this help from Spirit. And the question is, why won't you utilize that in your day-to-day living? We need to breathe, we need to trust, we need to call the spiritual realms forward and work with whoever you feel most aligned with. It doesn't matter. It can be angels, it can be your light beings, masters, it can be the Pleiadian energies, it can be all of them, but call in the forces to be with you. And then another aim of the self-healing prophecy that I feel is one of the most important, and we're going to be working with today, is self-healing, our ability to self-heal. The fact is we can't self-heal until we start to honor and open to the cellular aspects of our physical bodies. And in that, we can't think of our body, well, often we think of a body as a foot, an arm, a leg, an organ. But we are made up of billions of cells. And so we have to work at the cellular level. So we're going to be working with the cells today, forming a new unique relationship with the cells of your body. And as you do that, the cells respond by starting to birth into a multidimensional aspect of your own light. So every cell begins to transform.
And I can't wait to get to that segment of the show. And the key word, the key word I'm hearing throughout the prophecy is consciousness.
Yes, it's time for us to take responsibility for ourselves, for our lives, and live consciously with all these aims in mind on a daily basis, opening up to your conscious connection to Spirit, to your sacred heart, to all human beings on the planet, to your place in the universe. Conscious living day to day. You have the energies of the self-healing prophecy. You have the spiritual energies. You have the Pleiadians who will come forth and work with you if you give them permission to come. And I'm just holding that space, and Spirit is holding that space. The Pleiadians are holding that space for you to begin on a more conscious level to work with this self-healing prophecy energy. And I hope it's a little clearer for you, us talking about these objectives, because that's what the Pleiadians want, is for you to have a more of a clarity of what this is. And send in your questions, please, if you have any, about this. And let's keep moving on this, because this is just the beginning of the self-healing prophecy energy. It's going to expand right through into 2012, right to the end of 2012. And we need to be utilizing what has been offered here for our self-realization process.